One person, not one person can have this, go, there's only one key. No, that's not it. We all have the key. Now, you can have that power if you can unlock a large percentage of your brain capacity. I don't know if it's like my neighbor's burning something or what, but it's really irritating my throat. Anyway, so but we all have this ability to reach the golden key, or at least strive to reach the golden key, reclaim our power, right? Because the key holds all the power.
Oh,
So
it's
I
ironic.
thought
The key is the key. Haha.
the key is the key, exactly. So I thought today we could go for trying to manifest, easily and joyfully manifest, obtaining or reclaiming, or I don't know what the words would be, to accessing the key.
Yeah, the thought that I had this morning was you mentioned that free will is not something that we have. We're following a predetermined path, but there have to be some subsets of our life that we can manipulate and benefit from. So there are some unwritten things, and we need to find that vector in order to hijack it and attach manifestation to that vector so that we can get to it more easily.
So I thought about that not too long ago. I thought about that. Hey, Nat, um, that doesn't work. Let me tell you why it doesn't work. Or it can work. Okay, I don't want to say it doesn't work. It can work, but you have to know where to find it. Um, everything in the here and now is pre-programmed, predetermined. Everybody's like, but wait a minute, Liz, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, because I make decisions. Okay, you think you make decisions. That's the simulation that we live in. We think that we're in control and we're making decisions, but actually, do you know where your decisions come from? Your
Uh,
decisions. Do you know where your decisions come from?
your solar plexus.
Exactly. Your subconscious, which is held in the solar plexus area. Exactly. What creates your subconscious? All of your experiences pre-birth up into the point of making that decision. So when you're making that decision, you're basing that decision upon all of your pre experiences that are held in the solar plexus subconscious area, and then you make your decision. Well, if all of that was already predetermined, you're just making what you think is a free will decision out of a predetermined solar plexus. So that's the issue. But that's the simulation. That's the lie that we live, which is we have this free will. Now, what I do find is free will is how we feel about a situation. Okay? That is free will. That is optimum free will. So, if something bad happens, yeah, you're going to feel bad, but eventually you might feel gratitude, excuse me, gratitude for that situation. Or, I'm not going to let this get me down. Then that's free will, right? So it's about how you feel regarding certain situations. And the free will is actually that you do have an option to feel in a state of gratitude about all of the experiences. So nothing really phases you. Okay. But other than that, no free will. And I know that's a very unpopular thing to say. I can't find any free will. Everybody's shaking their heads, rolling their eyes. Liz, you're so wrong. I'm not. I'm telling you, I'm not. So what you have, you there, maybe there is something out there, Ronan, that isn't already pre-programmed in the here and now. So yeah. Anyway, let's get started. Do you guys want to try to find the golden key?
Yes, let's start the Willy Wonka magic.
The Willy Wonka magic. All right, go ahead with the introduction.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining me. My name is Todd Ronan from At Reality Forecast, remote view it at gmail.com, and Liz Cross, psychic medium extraordinaire from world-renowned fame on YouTube. Liz is joining us here today to start our Monday morning consciousness transformation technique meditation, where we cross our arms in front of ourselves and tap on our biceps as we repeat along with me. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Liz.
Thank you. So this morning we had a little chat. I know there's a lot of people that listen to these videos and they're at work, and I'm sorry, but we tend to have a little chat before we start the recording. And we're going to go for the key to reclaiming our power. And each individual has their own individual key. Okay, because we're all extremely different souls, different people, different bodies, different time, different parents, different DNA. So we're all very dissimilar. So that's what I thought we would work on today, is easily and joyfully manifesting, finding that golden key that is unique to each one of us. Now, as we're going through this, you're going to see the excuses that your soul has made because it doesn't want that power. It doesn't want that power. There's many reasons why it doesn't want that power. There's many reasons for the lack, as we saw a couple of weeks ago. There's a lot of reasons that the soul does not want to be powerful. So I thought we'd find those today.
Let's get started.
All right. If you could tell everyone how to tap, please.
I did at the beginning. Cross your arms in front of
did?
you. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Yes.
No, you didn't.
I did. I told everybody to cross their arms in front of them and tap on their biceps in a cadence of 1-1-1-1-1 with me after Liz. We'll watch the tape.
Awesome. All right. I must have missed that part. My consciousness was floating. All right. Let's open. If anybody has any questions. Oh, somebody said, but aren't we using free will to find the key? Yes and no. I think that this was all pre-programmed. Anybody who comes to me for a reading, anybody who comes to me for a CTT session, anybody that finds the videos, anybody that ends up in this group, that was already predetermined. I'm pretty sure of that. All right, let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
There's a part of all of us that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest.
Easily and joyfully manifest.
An optimum etheric pyramid.
An optimum etheric pyramid.
As well as.
An
optimum Faraday cage.
An optimum Faraday cage.
For the empowerment and protection.
For the empowerment and protection.
Of each one of us. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now. It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease. Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love. Healing, information, permission. And deep relief now. So let's take a deep breath. I feel like I'm being poisoned. It's either with like toxic smoke by my neighbors or pine sol. I don't know what it is. Information transfer is now complete. So be it. It is done. Oh, God. All right. Treasures. There's a part of all of us that knows how to. Easily and joyfully manifest. The ability to see. Optimally recognize. use and enjoy
use and enjoy
the treasures in and all around us.
the treasures in and all around us.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, bodies, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now. We lost
and
Ronan.
deep
There he
relief
is.
now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it. It is done.
So be it. It is done.
And the last one, which is the optimum activation of all of our spiritual helpers and divine team. All right, let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest
easily and joyfully manifest
the optimum activation
the optimum activation
of all of our spiritual helpers
of all of our spiritual helpers
and our divine teams
and our divine team
so that they may take away any and all dark energy,
so that they may take away any and all dark energy,
take it into the spirit world,
take it into the spirit world,
heal it,
heal it,
transmute it into white light positive karma
transmute it into white light positive karma
back into the universe.
back into the universe.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us and them now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us and them now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, bodies, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief and joy now.
and deep relief and joy now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it. It is done.
So be it. It is done.
I'm like, has some country bumpkin blown up a meth factory around here or something? I tell you, the air is like really toxic. And of course, we all have our air conditioners running. So whatever it is pulling it in here. You know, that's happened out here before. You know, I live out in the country. These people live out in the country for a reason. And there were some people that had a meth factory way out here in the hills and the hollers and wherever. But, you know, the meth factory blew up. And it got all the residents high for days. I'm telling you, there's all kinds of stuff that goes on out here in the country. You got, you know, few miles down the road, you got people living in trailers with spray painted on the side. Don't come any closer or I'll shoot. That's where I live. So I quite like that in a way, because, you know, we don't have a lot of crime out here. And they're probably making moonshine as well. My neighbor used to make moonshine, but I think he used to taste test it.
Moonshine.
He used to taste test it. And then by the time he was with his finished product, he would come, you know, barely stumbling over. Here you go. Here's some homemade moonshine. But there were so many fruit flies in it. I was like, oh, thank you so much. I'm not going to drink moonshine, man. Oh, God. Okay. I just pour it down the sink. All right. So let's go for the easily and joyfully manifest the optimum. What are we going for? The optimum empowerment of finding that golden key. No, the optimum. What are we doing, Ronan? I can't
I
think
have
anymore. I think my brain's been poisoned. The optimum what?
let's see. The optimum return of our key to unlock manifestation.
Oh, very good, Bronan. The optimum return. Did we ever have this key? Yes, we did. Okay, brilliant. Let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest
easily and joyfully manifest
the optimum return
the optimum return
of all of our individual
of all of our individual
golden keys of power
golden keys of power
to unlock all of the mysteries
to unlock all of the mystery
and anything else that we need
and anything else that we need
in a joyful way
in a joyful way
to better enhance our lives.
to better enhance our lives.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, bodies, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief and joy now.
and deep relief and joy now.
So let's take a deep breath. In my case, I don't know if I want to. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it. It is done.
So be it. It is done.
What did you get?
Like being on a rocky boat that just went into the storm to grab some lobster from the bottom of the ocean in a net. So it got really rocky when we started.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The fact that we're trying to find the key, that was a good one, Ronan. The fact that we're trying to find the key and we're constantly reaching for that key actually keeps us on this spiritual quest, right? So the universe always keeps this key just beyond our grasp. We see it, we feel it, we're doing everything to obtain it, but just beyond the grasp. We just can't seem to grab it. All right, let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There's a part of all of us that knows how to
let go and heal.
let go and heal.
This key is just beyond our grasp.
This key is just beyond our grasp.
It's like searching for lobsters in very rough water.
It's like searching for lobsters in very rough waters.
Rough times ahead.
Rough times ahead.
The universe will make it even more difficult. Now we know what it is.
The universe will make it more difficult now that we know what it is.
Enlightenment is never easy.
Enlightenment is never easy.
We're here to embrace the struggle.
We are here to embrace this struggle.
We cannot have this key if we do not love ourselves.
We do not have the key if we do not love ourselves.
What else?
We're going into this blind.
We are going, we're going into this blind. You have no idea what we're doing.
We have no idea what we're doing.
But it's worth a try, I think. The universe is far more powerful than we can ever imagine.
The universe is far more powerful than we can ever imagine.
Our brain power is limited.
Our brain power is limited.
The simulation keeps us down.
The simulation keeps us down.
If we were all very powerful, there would be no reason to reincarnate.
If we were all very powerful, there would be no reason to reincarnate.
What else?
The mystery is what makes it interesting.
Ooh, the mystery is what makes it interesting. The struggle is real.
The struggle is real.
It's what makes us who we are today.
It's what makes us who we are today.
If everything was easy, we wouldn't want to be here.
If everything was easy, we would not want to be here.
Anything else?
No, he yawned.
Yawning is good, by the way. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, bodies, and spirit are receiving the love.
healing, information, permission,
Healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep release now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it. It is done.
What did you get?
A dish rag being wrung out, and like an infinite amount of water within it. Earlier, when we were looking for the key, I got that it was hidden in the ridges of the brain, and that's why our brains have wrinkles in them. And so it's fallen deep into that crevice of, it's with us, it's in the brain, but it needs to be unlocked down deep in that crevice.
Exactly. Right. The key is available. The key is something that we all can eventually possess with a lot of work. But if you think that you're just going to get handed the golden key to Power City, not going to happen. It's a work in progress. And you're right. If you unlock your brain capacity, you can manifest anything that you want to. We only use a very small portion of our brain capacity. And the way that we open up more access or more capacity for our disposal is by energetically solving mathematical equations. That's what processing is. It's this emotion plus this emotion equals that emotion. It's this experience plus that experience equals this. Okay? Dark energy is programmed as fear plus, this is an example, fear plus, hatred equals, depression or whatever it is. So emotions are mathematically programmed. That's what I'm saying. People don't understand that. And that's how you unlock the power of the brain, is by constantly throwing out these bad emotions that have been laid down within us due to these pre-programmed mathematical circumstances in our soul contract programming. And then we're going through the motions, not only in this lifetime, but in many lifetimes. And every time you have that dark energy invade, come into you, well, there has to be an exchange. Well, what is the exchange? You leave pieces of your soul puzzle on that timeline, and in exchange for that dark energy or that dark feeling. This is why loads of us have had to repeat so many experiences over and over again. And the way that we process it and the way that we reach enlightenment is it basically is a mathematical calculation going on inside of us with the brain, because that's what lays down the brain wiring, right? It's math. Everything is mathematical. And then you solve the equation, you reach an enlightenment phase and process it, and then you retrieve that part of your soul puzzle, or that self-love or self-whatever, worth, self-esteem, and you move forward. So you're right. the more you can retrieve of your self-love, your self-worth, your self-esteem, the more you can unlock and expand your consciousness, as in your total consciousness, subconscious, conscious mind, and the brain and the soul. That's what optimum consciousness is. But, we often find that all of these things are working, against one another. The conscious mind is working against the brain. The brain is working against the conscious mind. Now the subconscious wants something, and it's sending signals to the brain that's sending signals to the conscious mind. And the conscious mind wants $10 million, but the soul says, you're crazy. Been there, done that, seen it, whatever. You're not going there. So all these day traders on the Patreon that are complaining about, oh, I'm not rich yet. Well, that's why, because I've seen it. They actually, one guy could have made $100,000 one day. And you know what happened when he went to sell his shares? The internet went out. That's a perfect example of your soul working against you. Okay, sorry about that. So what did you get? The key is within us, but we just have to find it. And the universe makes it impossible to locate. All right, let's go. And if there's anything else in the chat, Ronan, feel free to read it off. There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
There's a part of all of us that knows how to
let go and heal.
Let go and heal.
This key seems impossible.
This key seems impossible.
It means I have to do a lot of hard work.
It means I have to do a lot of hard work.
I don't understand the simulation that I'm living in.
I don't understand the simulation that I'm living in.
All of this is far too confusing for me.
All of this is far too confusing for me.
I can't get on my consciousness parts.
I can't get on my consciousness card.
No, I can't get all of my consciousness.
I can't get all of my consciousness
to work together.
To work together.
And achieve what is needed.
And achieve what is being given.
Achieve what is needed.
And choose what is needed.
No, achieve what is needed.
Achieve what is needed.
We're all working against one another.
We are all working against one another.
Why has the universe structured this?
Why has the universe structured this?
That we are all in competition with one another.
That we are all in competition with one another.
What else?
My manifestation map is a Monet painting.
My manifestation map is a Monet painting. It's unclear.
It's unclear.
Especially when he lost his eyesight. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
Why does the universe work against us?
Why does the universe work against us?
Why do I work against myself?
Why do I work against myself?
What else?
I'm not vibrating on the proper frequency.
I'm not vibrating on the proper frequency. And even when I do vibrate on the proper frequency, something always comes along to bring me down.
And when I do, something always comes along to bring me down.
The universe just seems like it wants to tear us down all the time.
The universe seems like it wants to tear us down all the time. I can't be powerful because I'm so exhausted.
I can't be powerful because I'm so exhausted. Power is scary.
Power is scary.
I'm not sure what I will be capable of.
I'm not sure what I would be capable of.
Maybe I will go work for the dark.
Maybe I will go work for the dark.
Maybe my soul will be given away.
Maybe my soul will be given away.
Maybe I won't be favored by source.
Maybe I won't be favored by source.
What else?
I'm a mime stuck in a box.
I'm a mime stuck in a box. Yeah, that's exactly what we are. Anything else?
Even if you could find the key, it won't change our free will.
Even if I find the key, even if we can find the key, it won't change our free will. We're still stuck in a trap.
We are still stuck in a trap.
I'll never be free.
I will never be free.
Anything else?
No.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our minds, bodies, and spirit are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep relief now.
And deep release now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Oh my God, my head was like pop, 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 the crown of my head. What did you guys get? What'd you get, Ronan?
I got the key is at the bottom of an infinitely long hole in the ground, which is actually the entrance to a cave system where you need to go and look through the caves for the rest of your life to find it. It's a futile journey, I guess, more succinctly.
Yeah, well, that's manifestation all over, right? It's going into that hole, going into that deep dive down into the ocean, looking for whatever it is we're trying to obtain. And we're receiving, we find all these treasure chests along the way of enlightenment. That's exactly what manifestation is. That's why manifestation is an energetic form in the universe, right? Because it's a quest. It's what makes you curious. It's what makes you, feed your spiritual path. Because we're forced to live on the earth plane and it's a struggle. And oftentimes when you're doing like the CTT sessions, the soul has no concept of keeping a roof over your head, right? Some souls are so old, they're like old curmudgeons, I'm telling you. And they're stuck in their ways. They're like, we know better than you because you're only here for this lifetime, and you're only here for this lifetime because I created you. You don't have a clue what's going on. And so you have these souls that refuse to budge. And don't forget, when they were trees and grass and animals and fish and birds, lots of fish and bird lifetimes, right? Whenever we had that, do you think fish are sitting there buying food? Like, oh, let me give you, 5 shells and you give me 3 shells chain. No, 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 not at all. Right? They have no concept of how we live today. And the fact that we're in this technological age, it's removing us further away from our souls. So our conscious minds are trying to take off, right? Trying to be these productive people, trying to make a living, trying to have a job, trying to feed our kids and all that. The soul is like, yeah, you remember the time we used to pick coconuts off the tree and feed and grow our own food? That's what you're up against. So it's about bringing the soul forward and being able to actually grab the key. I got a lot of fear there, that we are all in this fear-based existence because we've seen and had so many traumas through so many lifetimes. We know how, we don't have any power to control our lives. We have so much trauma embedded in the soul. So we all live this fear-based existence, including the soul. The soul is scared of having the key. So let's tap on that. There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
Let go and heal.
let go and heal.
We live a fear-based existence.
We lead a fear-based existence.
We are so afraid of upsetting the next one.
We are so afraid of upsetting the next one.
We are so worried about judgment.
We are so worried about judgment.
We are so worried about time.
We are so worried about time.
We want to invest our time into the people around us.
We want to invest our time into the people around us.
Instead of trying to really manifest this key.
Instead of really trying to manifest this key.
Nothing has ever worked for us before.
Nothing has ever worked for us before.
We're full of sadness and despair.
We are full of sadness and despair.
What else?
I want to see the end.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. I'm ready for this to be over.
I'm ready for this to be over.
There's no pleasure here.
There is no treasure here.
There's no fun here.
There is no fun here.
I can't find my purpose.
I cannot find my purpose.
Ooh, my purpose is held within that golden key.
My purpose is held within that golden key.
My soul is keeping me back on purpose.
My soul is keeping me back on purpose.
It does not want to cooperate.
It does not want to cooperate.
What else?
Our ego is changing the key's ability to be found.
Our ego is changing the key's ability to be found. We can't recognize the key.
We can't recognize the key or what it
It's
opens.
encrypted. Yeah, for when it happens. I don't deserve the key.
I do not deserve the key.
The key is encrypted.
The key is in crystal.
No, encrypted.
Encrypting.
Encrypted. The
Turn up
key
my
is
speakers
encrypted.
there.
Sorry. The key is encrypted.
The key is encrypted?
Yes, it has a secret code.
It has a secret code. I'm not a
It will-
cryptographer.
I'm not a cryptographer. It will take many lifetimes to understand what this code means.
It will take many lifetimes to understand what this code means.
I like being on the never-ending search.
I like being on the never-ending search.
If I have the key, it will benefit those around me.
If I have the key, it will benefit those around me.
And they're supposed to struggle.
And they are supposed to struggle.
Therefore, I am not allowed to have the key.
Therefore, I'm not allowed to have this key.
We evolve as a soul family.
We evolve as a soul family.
We will not leave anyone behind.
We will not leave anyone behind.
Even if I have the key, I will have to give it back.
Even if I have the key, I'll have to give it back.
Because I'm not allowed to benefit those around me.
Because I'm not allowed to benefit for humanity.
Or humanity, yeah. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our minds, bodies, and spirit are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep relief now.
And deep release now.
So let's take a deep breath. So I totally get what's going on with Ronan. I used to do this as well, which is you sort of end up in like a trance-like state, and it's hard to focus. It's hard to concentrate because your consciousness is trying to go elsewhere. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it. It is done.
So be it. It is done. Yes, I'm
I've been there.
80% consciousness quest and 20% here. It's searching. You got me thinking about it now, and I'm
Yeah,
doing sessions in my head.
that's exactly what happens. Your consciousness, even though you're tapping, you're saying the words, and the thing is, you just you can let go of your consciousness, because then your consciousness starts searching, and it's kind of hard sometimes to follow along when your mind is elsewhere. You're drifting off, you're trying to find, because we set the intention, and the intention was we want to find the key. So the consciousness is trying to find that key while we're doing the tapping. And a lot of times that means that it's hard to follow along. I used to pass out in some of my CTT sessions. I would literally pass out. And that's when you guys know this. I ended up getting on my total gym and having to do like leg squats while I was doing the CTT sessions to keep myself awake, because it was such a problem. Like, I would just pass out.
Everyone else is experiencing the same drifting, looking for the key. And tomorrow is the 8/8 manifestation gate day. So let's see if we can draw that in. And it beseeches the programmer to allow the programming to make our quest more fruitful.
Ooh, let's ask the programmer. Do we need to find the key first? Yes, we do. Okay. So the fact that we're looking for the key, does that make it any easier for us? It does, because we're clearing out a lot of the energy that is required for us to get rid of in order to obtain the key. The key is within self-love. So he's telling me I need to focus on our self-love. Let's tap on that. There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
let go and heal.
Let go and heal.
I lost my self-love.
I lost my self-love.
Many lifetimes ago.
Many, many moons and lifetimes ago.
I don't even know where to find it.
I do not even know where to find it.
My life is buried in fear.
My life is buried in fear.
My joy has been stolen.
My joy has been stolen.
Through loads of traumatic events.
Through loads of traumatic events.
Through high expectations.
Through high expectations.
Through judgment of others.
Through the judgment of others.
Through self-hatred.
Through self-hatred.
And that I don't deserve to live my best life.
And that I don't deserve to live my best life.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our minds, bodies, and spirit are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep relief now.
And deep release now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it. It is done.
So be it. It is done.
I don't know about you guys, but I felt that leave. Did you guys feel that? I feel really good. I'm wide awake. Yeah. See, I felt that leave. And the programmer is right. It has to do with self-love. Absolutely it does. So we can actually close this session down. Somebody says, what do we need to do to work on your self-love? You're going to have to go in and sort of pick it apart piece by piece and find out why it was, taken apart from you in the first place, right? You have to go pick up the pieces of the puzzle You have to revisit. And a lot of times those memories are not accessible. So you couldn't, you may have to do hypnotherapy to retrieve a lot of those memories. People that were traumatized either pre-birth or even shortly afterwards. And it doesn't matter what it is, it's how it was perceived, right? So for example, there was a one CTT session I did where she was a tiny baby. She was sitting in her little rocker seat or whatever. And the parents are continuously arguing, and she's stuck in her seat and she's terrified, and she's watching things being thrown around, and she's screaming and crying because she can't do anything about the situation. That right there took away some of her self-love. Why? Because in her mind, her perception was that I'm helpless. I can't stop this. I have no power. It's those messages that come across that actually steals the self-love. So you're going to have to go on a quest to find it. I mean, there are different ways to find your self-love. And, it's just, there's different modalities, and you have to find out what caused the trauma in the first place that made you release the self-love. All right, so we're ready to close, and then we'll hold for questions like we always do. Those of you listening, I'm sorry we don't record the questions. They're very personal to a lot of people, and we don't want to put those out in public, but we learn a lot from them. All right, let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
Easily and joyfully manifest.
easily and joyfully manifest.
Optimum guidance.
Optimum guidance.
Positive emotional fulfillment.
Positive emotional fulfillment.
Gratitude.
Gratitude.
Self-love.
Self-love.
And the ability to find our key.
And the ability to find a key.
And all of those wonderful spaces we just opened up.
In all of those wonderful spaces that we have just opened up.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our minds, bodies, and spirit are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep relief now.
And deep release now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Oh my goodness. So this is not a one-hit wonder. This is a spiritual quest, and we'll probably have to revisit this one a few more times. Okay, we'll hold for questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Liz. Thanks for listening, and we will see you guys next time.